They may be villains, but man is it a badass bunch. Can't deny there are just some things that bad guys do better than the good ones. Hello and welcome back to Animeology. Today we've compiled for you a list of anime where the overpowered main character is a villain. Number 10, Gangsta. In the city of Ergoslim, Nicholas and Warwick work as mercenaries known as handymen, taking on jobs others can't handle. Contracted by strong mob syndicates and policemen, they are ready to go to all lengths necessary. Following one of their usual missions, the duo come across Alex Benedetto, a woman whose life is in danger, and like knights in shining armor, they recruit her. Ergoslim was once a safe haven for Twilights, superhuman beings born from a special drug. But are now being hunted down by a ruthless underground organization. This new threat is rising up to challenge the current balance of power in the city, and the handyman will not be able to avoid the upcoming war. Things in the city are definitely going to change, whether for good or for bad. Number 9, Angels of Death. With no will left to live, Rachel Gardner only wishes one thing: to die. Waking up in the basement of a mysterious building, she wanders about and runs into a bandaged murderer named Zach, who's trying to escape. After promising to kill her as soon as they leave, Rachel and Zach set out to ascend through the building, floor by floor, until they escape. However, as they make their way upwards, they meet more and more twisted people who all seem to be familiar with Rachel. What is the connection of Rachel with this spooky building, and why was she placed in it? Facing new enemies on each floor, will both Zach and Rachel be able to achieve what they desire? Number 8, Darker Than Black. Ten years have passed since Heaven's Gate appeared in South America and Hell's Gate appeared in Japan, veiling the night sky with an oppressive skyscape. The gates which do not follow the laws of physics and their purpose is unknown. Alongside these gates appeared contractors who exchanged their humanity for supernatural abilities. In Japan, Section 4 Chief Misaki Kirihara finds herself at odds against the infamous contractor, codenamed Hei. Known as the Black Reaper in the underground world, Hei undertakes missions for the mysterious and fierce syndicate while slowly peeling back the layers covering a nefarious plot that may very well end the existence of contractors themselves. Number 7, Redo of Healer. After awakening his healing powers, which recover any sort of injury, it seemed that Kyaru would walk the path to become a great hero. But what awaited him was anguish, as he was subjugated to years of seemingly endless hellish torture. His abilities allowed him to secretly collect the memories of those who treated him badly, which made him stronger, but unfortunately for him, by the time he reached full potential, everything was but lost. To put his life back on track, Kyaru decides to unleash a powerful healing spell, which rewinds the entire world back to the time before his suffering had started. Filled with hate from the past, he vows to redo everything to achieve his new goal, which is to exact revenge from everyone that made his life a living hell. Number 6, Overlord. The final moments of the famous virtual reality game Yggdrasil have come. However, Momonga, a powerful wizard and master of the Dark Guild Eins Ulgaun, decides to spend his last few moments in the game before the server shut down. But despite the clock striking midnight, Momonga is still fully conscious as his character, and, moreover, the non-player characters seem to have developed personalities of their own. Finding himself in this abnormal situation, he commands his servants to help him investigate and take over the new world, which would help him find out what really happened and if there are others who find themselves in a similar predicament. How exactly will his quest to find the truth go, and will he be able to fulfill his desire? Number 5. Terror in Resonance. After a terror attack on a nuclear facility in Japan, all that is left is the word "Thon." The government is devastated by their inability to act, and the police is left frantically searching for the terrorists behind it all. Everyone is clueless until a video on the internet gets leaked in which 2 teenage boys challenge the police, threatening to cause destruction across Tokyo. Unable to stop further panic, the police is desperate for any leads, and among the chaos, Detective Kanijiro is caught up. The 2 boys, calling themselves the Sphinx, are told that they should not exist, yet they stand strong in a world of deception as they make the city crumble before them, all in hope of burying their own tragic truth. What will be the outcome of this struggle? Number 4. Rurouni Kenshin. Towards the final years of the Bakumatsu era, there lived a legendary assassin, Hitokiri Batosai. He was feared as a ruthless killer and was unmatched in the whole country. But then he mysteriously disappeared. The days of peace have arrived, but even now the mention of his name strikes fear in hearts of war veterans. In an effort to repent for his sins, Batosai has abandoned his lifestyle of killing and goes by as Kenshin Himura, as a wandering cheerful swordsman. Dedicating his life to protecting the weak, he stumbles upon Kaoru Kamiya at her dojo, which is threatened by an imposter Batosai. After helping her out, the former assassin decides to stay at the dojo for a while. But how long till his past catches up?
大丈夫。そういう時はバカ、避けると思ったのに。すごい力でござるな。
Number 3. Hellsing Ultimate. Running amok during the night, there exist creatures of darkness that devour humans. On the other side is Hellsing, an organization which fights these monsters that threaten the very existence of humanity. The head of the organization is Integra Fairbook Wingate Hellsing, who commands a powerful army and spends her life fighting the undead. However, her own army is nothing against her prized weapon, the vampire Alucard. Who works against his own kind as an exterminator for Hellsing. With this new vampire servant, Alucard now must face not only monsters, but all those who oppose Hellsing, whether they are good or evil. With all the twists and turns, how will the story unfold? Number 2. Monster. Dr. Kenzo Tenma, an elite neurosurgeon, is well on his way to ascending the hospital hierarchy after recently getting engaged to the daughter of the hospital's director. However, this one event changes his life forever when he gets a call from the director to switch patients, which ends in the death of a poor immigrant worker, giving Tenma an existential crisis. That is when a similar situation arises. He stands his ground to perform a surgery on a young boy Johan instead of the town's mayor. Unfortunately, this action results in Tenma losing his social standing, but his position is soon restored by the mysterious deaths of the director and 2 other doctors. 9 years later, he has to face his past when he finds out about the monster he had operated on and goes on a pursuit to make amends for the havoc spread by the one he saved. Number 1. Death Note. For the sake of amusement, Ryuk, a god of death, drops his death note in the human world, which ends up in the hands of the curious Light Yagami. Deeming the rules of the notebook ridiculous at first, he's unable to stop his temptation, and he decides to experiment by writing a felon's name, who ends up dead. Now aware of the godlike power that has fallen into his hands, Light takes the name of Kira and decides to follow his wicked sense of justice with the end goal of cleansing the world of all evildoers. However, this makes him come in open conflict with the meticulous mastermind, L, who's already on his trail. But with Light's intelligence against that of L's, the chase for Kira turns into an intense battle that will only end until one of them falls.